So today we are turning our searchlight on Tanzania. And trust me, what is happening there deserves your full attention. A country that was once praised for calm democracy, now making headlines for jailing citizens over tweets, while its leaders use the same platform to campaign. So let's start with the facts. In Tanzania, the presidential term is 5 years, and the president may serve up to 2 terms under the constitution. Here's where it gets interesting. Samia Salihu Hassan became president on March 19, 2021, following the death of her predecessor, John Magufuli. And now she has declared her intention to run for the 2025 election in Tanzania. So when Samia took office, people hoped for a new dawn for Tanzania. She had a reputation as a consensus builder. She immediately took steps such as lifting some dragonous bans on social media and political rallies imposed by her predecessor. That initial period looked like a corrective moment for Tanzania. But let's talk about the woman running the show still, Samia Suluhu, Africa's only female head of state right now. Madam President came in as the hero who freed social media. Fast forward to now, she's the one locking the doors again. Tanzania's plot twist of the year. So, a few months ago, the Tanzanian government blocked access to Twitter after it said hackers tried to access official accounts. But some say the real reason is because opposition voices were gaining traction online by criticizing policies. Now, while citizens can access Twitter without VPNs, top government officials, including the president's campaign team, still post on Twitter. The general election in Tanzania are scheduled for 29 October 2025, according to the timetable announced by Zanzibar Electoral Commission. Now, here is why this matters beyond Tanzania, because this is the new face of digital authoritarianism in Africa. It starts small, sometimes with a ban on a platform, a new online content regulation, subsequent arrests and suspension somehow, and suddenly social media becomes a state media. We saw similar trends in Uganda, in Rwanda, in Ethiopia, but Tanzania's case is unique because it is led by a woman who once stood for inclusion and reform. Now, administration is shrinking the very space where citizens can speak. Since Twitter was blocked, Tanzanian youths have moved to other platforms. So we keep a searchlight on Tanzania. And one thing is clear, this is not about one country. It's about the future of speech in Africa. If governments can block platforms, arrest critics, and still use the same tools to push propaganda, then we must ask ourselves, who really owns the conversation? The people or the power? Tanzania may call it regulation, but history will call it repression. And when citizens can't speak, democracy doesn't just fade overnight, it dies in silence. And this is the story of how one nation is teaching us what happens when leadership confuses control with order. It's a truth at a time. Take care and have a nice day.